Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So new Toon support. 5 new Toon cards, they were announced earlier today, and I think we can expect 2 more. And I'm hoping for 2 good ones, as in, I have mixed feelings about this, as I talked about on, Twitter/X. Because on one hand, this support is actually pretty fantastic. You'll see in a few moments a new fusion, new field spell, a couple of new monsters as well, Substitute-alike monster, insane cards. But on the other hand, you have like, what is the deck supposed to do? What's your end board? And I've seen a couple of videos floating around, like the first one that popped up today was the new Toon stuff being used as a Cyburst-alike deck, as in, because again, with the field spell, you can abuse your stuff, abuse your Dark Magician, banish it, reuse it again, etc. So you're ranking, basically extra linking your opponent. That's cool, but not that realistic. But in theory, using all of this new support, your Toons, to link up and extra link your opponent, or put up Tri-Gate Wizard to negate stuff, that's cool, but are you actually playing a Toon deck then, right? Like, that's the mixed feeling I have about this new support. Like, on one hand, it's fantastic, but on the other hand, like, what's your actual end goal? What's your actual end board? As in, you can't really expect to, special summon your Toon Blue Eyes, set your briefcase or whatever and pass. That's not possible. That's not a realistic end board. So obviously, looking at other engines, and you can go so far, as you saw in the side deck, not really a side deck. What did I try out? Obviously, Diable Star is there. Azamina, because of the Spellcaster pile, the new Dark Magician, like. First of all, like the Dragoon package, I think is fine. Again, if your deck is playing like a high-level spellcaster that can pump out the Link 1 fusion Dark Magician, obviously you want to play that rightly. It makes your deck much better. It gives your deck an Omni Negation. It plays better, much better into Nip. That's fantastic. But on top of this, and very similar to what was a deck called Sacred Beasts a couple of days ago, was also a deck that. Basically, any deck that has the capability to pump out a couple of monsters to the field. Reprojokus, depends on the monster type or the attribute. Reprojokus equals Fiendsmith combo, and I didn't, put Fiendsmith into the Sacred Beast deck a couple of days ago because again, we don't want to see that. It's not really needed as well, but here in this case, it gives the deck another engine, more ways to play into a field, play into hand traps. Again, mixed feelings. So it feels a bit awkward. This new Toon support, like, it feels that Konami really intended this, right? Like, do they want to play us like this with Toons? Or maybe even more of a stun deck? I was looking at all of the dominance cards, but also the attributes, they don't align up that much, that great. So yeah, the options aren't really there for now, but again, we are expecting two more cards, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, so who knows. So anyway, so the gimmick of the new support, they got the new field spell, which is an up to 3 times search, so activate 1, search something, activate another, copy, search, essentially. 2 monsters, 1 level 1, which essentially is like a Lone Fire Blossom, but you can tribute your opponent's monsters as well, if you have like Toon World on field. This evil box, it's a Fiend type. Reprojokus can put it, make it a light to potentially cover Fiendsmith combo. Same for Blue Eyes, which is a light, and Reprojokus could make it a Fiend. Anyway, so the gimmick of this new support is that your field spell has a built-in wind-up rabbit effect. So, and it only counts once per name. The reason why you could do that or want to do this is that some of the new stuff as well is not once per turn. Are hard once per turn, like the rabbit, the level 4, right, that searches or activates the field spell. What else is there? Toon Dark Magician, also not hard once per turn. So on one hand, you can use the field spell to dodge, banish them, and immediately put them back on the field to bypass their Toon restriction, so they should be able to attack in the same turn as when they are summoned, but at the same time reset their effect. So Toon Dark Magician, whatever. So that's actually really cool. That's nice. And also, probably the I was about to say the best card, but a solid card. This is new Fusion, new Blue Eyes Ultimate Fusion Toon, which is also basically a double search if you have the field spell, as you saw. Insane card, because it gets stuff back from the graveyard, and as you know, Toon Table is not once per turn, right? So Dark Rabbit is your extra normal summoner, plus it searches the field spell. Comic Cat is your new level 1, basically a lone fire, can tribute. I would have been able to tribute my opponent's monster here, but why would I, give them the opportunity to go for Purlia or Mulcharm? You don't want that. So again, you are, what was it, before you were running like the, the level 1 Red Eyes. The level 1, you know which one I mean. But now you don't need that because of this level 1, etc. So again, you're able to get out the Toon Dark Magician, which is your high level spellcaster. You could go for Crush Sheep to basically Reborn Rabbit again, which wasn't needed here in this case. Maybe as a potential rank up Link 3, Link 4 if it's there. But here in this case, I think a small Brain Fart. Yeah, because our the field spell is up to 3 times per turn, and I thought I will only use it twice, but that's my mistake. So the new level 6, the Fiend one, is basically a DD Crow, not banish it, but it sends back to the deck. So you can send back any card. So this could potentially refuel your Dragoon engine. That's nifty, and also replenish your field spell. But it's also a quick play dodge DD Crow during their turn. So this end board, but again, it's not. You're just using Toons as an engine, to pump out Caesar, Fiendsmith, to pump out your Dragoon Omni, to pump out Masquerina for Little Knight or Fancy. Yeah, I can't be the only one that's feeling like this, right? So anyway, the last one, going second, and here's where, of course, the other engines do come into play, like help out really well. But Draco, at least this turn for Dracotail was far too strong. But as you know, Toons do have some hidden effects, right? Like, not that many people know all Toon cards by heart. Might overlook, the hidden effects of the archetype. So we'll see how this one is, at least how it works out. Problem is that all of the 3 traps are there. So obviously Sting will just banish 2 cards. Turns off the Fiendsmith engine at the same time, giving them draws every time. So looking at evenly matched, I mean, that's just another non-engine card to break your opponent's board. Here, let's see, they tried to pump the field, but we have the quick play spell in the graveyard, right? The briefcase. Is it briefcase? I always mix them. Anyway. Here, let's see, we do get Failure though, but we are dropping it, which runs into Flame, which they use Gulaning for field. So long story short, we only have one follow-up play left, but I think they have Edge as well. So yeah, there was no way we are, at least we would be able to break the board, and on top of that, maybe even OTK and get rid of all of the Rahoos as well. So, Toons, but Toons used as an engine, because what's the realistic end board? I have no clue. I have no clue what Konami. Okay, we're getting 2 new cards as well, not revealed yet for Toons. So looking forward to those. But again, like always, feel free to leave suggestions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Be Toon signing out. Peace.